Most people think that the world's richest company got rich because they sell a great product, but you're wrong. They've got rich because they mastered strategy. They play chess while everyone else is arguing over checkers. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact playbook they use and how you can apply it, even if you're running your business from your kitchen table. When I was earning my MBA in finance, a lot of our core classes talked about how billion-dollar companies don't think about business like everyone else. They don't wake up asking, what can we sell? They wake up asking, how can we build the platform that everyone else can sell through? And that single mindset shift literally changes everything, because the richest companies don't think bigger because they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money because they think bigger. And you came across the right video, because today I'm breaking down the top secrets that the biggest companies use today. They see business like a game of influence, and their goal isn't just profit, it's control. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. Strategy number 1. Market domination through scale. When Amazon first started, it wasn't just trying to sell books. Jeff Bezos was building infrastructure. He didn't just want market share, he wanted market control. And when he first started, the goal wasn't just to make profit early. The goal was to build something that competitors couldn't match. For example, Amazon Web Services, which powers Netflix, Airbnb, and even parts of the US government, now makes more profit than its entire retail division. And the thing is, that wasn't coincidence. That was strategic positioning, meaning he did it on purpose. So if you're a business owner, no matter what level you are, think like Bezos. Don't just chase customers. Build systems that everyone else will need one day. If you're in logistics or e-commerce, that might mean owning your own supplier network. Or if you're in consulting, professional services, or an influencer, then that means owning the email list of your audience and followers, not just relying on social media. The key message is control beats competition every single time. Strategy number 2. Innovation and R&D. And in case you don't know, R&D stands for research and development. And it's one of the most powerful and misunderstood ways that some of the most largest companies stay ahead. Think about Apple. It doesn't just release new products, it redefines categories. They weren't first to make a phone, but they were first to turn it into a lifestyle. That's because they treated innovation like a habit, not a project. Apple spends over $30 billion a year on R&D. Not because they have to, but because it keeps them untouchable. And that's why you see every time a competitor tries to show up, they're already decades ahead. Now think about your business. You don't need a billion-dollar lab to innovate. And for small creators and entrepreneurs, listen up. Innovation just means constantly asking yourself, how can I make this easier, faster, or better than anyone else? Even testing new systems monthly can put you 90% further than your competition. So if companies can invest billions of dollars into R&D every single year, what's stopping you from investing yourself into Money Talks Media? Because here, we break down how wealth is built quietly, and we'll continue to show you how you can build it through systems, leverage, and consistency. And of course, appreciate your continued support. Let's jump right back in. Strategy number 3. Branding and customer loyalty. This is what turns customers into loyal followers. Coca-Cola sells sugar water, but their brand sells happiness. Apple sells tech, but their brand sells status. Nike sells shoes, but their brand sells belief. You or no other company can sell that type of branding with ads or discounts. You build it by creating emotional connection and consistent trust. But here's the part that people miss. Branding isn't about what you say. It's about what your audience feels when they see you or your brand. If your content, tone, and product don't line up, you don't have a brand. You just have a logo. So invest the time building the story behind your brand. People buy belief way before they buy product. And when I say story, don't just talk about how good your company is. Talk about what you can do for your customer and what matters to them most. Strategy number 4. Diversified revenue streams. Take Google for an example, who is owned by Alphabet. They make billions of dollars a year on ads, but they also have subsidiaries, meaning they own companies that help produce those revenue streams. They own YouTube, Android, Google Cloud, Waymo, Fitbit, and also AI companies you've never heard of before. That's not chaos, that's protection. If one business slows, another takes over. And that's the same with your personal portfolio. If one investment's doing bad, then another investment should pick up. You can apply this too. Maybe you have a media company which runs a YouTube channel. And that YouTube channel drives digital product sales. And then your product leads to speaking gigs. And then those gigs leads to consulting. And in that example, you just created 3 diversified revenue streams, all from coming from one business. That's diversification in motion because every stream feeds the next. Strategy number 5. Efficient operations and cost management. Let's be real, growing fast means nothing if you're bleeding cash behind the scenes. Walmart, for an example, thrives on one obsession: cost control. They've built an entire empire by streamlining logistics so tightly that even a 1% margin can translate to billions of dollars. In your business, efficiency might mean automating repetitive tasks, outsourcing what you're not good at, or tracking your metrics weekly instead of yearly. Efficiency creates longevity because when recessions hit, lean companies survive while the bloated ones collapse. So always remember, in your business, focus on debt management, cash flow, and liquidity. Strategy number 6. Mergers and acquisitions. Sometimes domination means buying your time. Literally. When Facebook first bought Instagram for $1 billion, everyone thought they were overpaying. Now, Instagram alone brings over $30 billion a year in revenue. That wasn't or isn't an expense. That was an investment that multiplied over 30 times over. And for smaller players, the same logic applies. And I'm not talking about you raising over $1 billion to acquire a company. I'm talking about controlling your controllables by acquiring capabilities. This means a freelance team, a digital product, or an audience through a partnership. You don't always have to build. Sometimes you just need to buy speed. Strategy number 7. Global expansion. McDonald's has one of the most smartest expansion models in the world. They don't copy and paste menus everywhere. They localize. In India, they sell the Makalu Tiki burger. In Japan, they sell the teriyaki burger. That's not cultural politeness. That's profit intelligence. Global expansion isn't about growing everywhere. It's about going where your model can thrive. So to wrap this up, what are the key takeaways? Every one of the richest companies in the world dominated for a reason. They've mastered strategy. They scale like Amazon, turning efficiency into leverage. They innovate like Apple, making reinvention their daily routine. They brand like Coca-Cola, making emotional connection outlast marketing. They diversify like Google, creating multiple streams of revenue so that they protect their power. They operate like Walmart, where efficiency isn't optional, it's survival. They acquire like Meta, buying speed instead of wasting time. And they expand like McDonald's, adapting globally so that they don't lose their identity. It's the blueprint that the world's richest companies use. And now it's your turn. But as always, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.